Hi, Sassy Scrappers. How are you today? This is Steph with Steph Sassy Scrappers from Central Iowa. And I am here and wanted to jump on and tell you of something that I have been working on. There we go. That I've been working on and the trouble that I had and how I think I'm going to rectify it. Okay. So I have 5 grandchildren, as you probably have known. I've told you, I think, before. I have 5 grandchildren, and I scrap them all chronologically. And I am very bad about where I'm at and how I do it, and if I've done pages and pictures here, and if I've done pages and pictures here, and I recopy or reprint pictures that I've already done pages for, and it's just kind of a mess. And I was scrapbooking in one of my grandson's books the other day, and it took me forever to try to figure out what I had done, what I didn't have done, if I had the pictures printed, if I didn't, and all kinds of stuff like that. So I decided I had to do something. I had to try to write down and track what I've done, track what I need to do, and figure out exactly, where I'm at so that I don't spend hours when I go to a different kid's book trying to figure out where I'm at. So I went to Canva. I got on Canva and I just looked up tracker. And so I'm going to turn you down here and we're going to go through this little tracker that I have printed off. I kind of changed it a little bit. And so this is my grandson book. And when I do, as an advisor, when a new paper pack comes out or something, I always want to use the most recent paper pack, so I'll, here's some stuff from the secret box. And so I'll jump around depending on what pictures I have printed. I'll jump around a lot as far as when and what time. Now here's 2025 track. I've already got that done, but I didn't have, Christmas of 2024 done yet, that kind of thing. So what I did is I went back to the beginning of what where I knew I was at. And I got this tracker off of Canva. And it didn't say, maybe I need to pull this down a little bit. It didn't say album tracker, it said something else tracker, but I changed it to album tracker. And then here I have album, and I even changed it a little bit after the first one, album and year and subject. Okay, so I put my grandson's name in 2024. Okay, then what I did, hold it up here a little bit more, is I started off where I was at. Okay, I was at May of 2024. So I put May, then I put the date, then I put the event or the subject that happened. And I started doing this by my phone because most all of my pictures I take on my phone anymore. A few pictures I take of sporting events on my digital bigger camera, but they usually fit into one of these spots like baseball or something. So I can go off my phone pretty much to find the sequence of events and the pictures and the dates and stuff that I need. So I just took my phone, and on May 7th, there was a spring concert. Okay. On May 10th, the Northern Lights. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that in or not, but I put it down because I have pictures of it. On May 11th, we went fishing at Paul's. On May 18th, the boys had their haircuts. I took them for haircuts. On the 19th, we did swimming and we went to see great grandma and grandpa Capel. Okay. And then I continued. There's June. Didn't do much in June. And then July and August. And then I flipped the page and I kept going. September, October, November, December. And then on this third page, I changed the title up here to 2025. And then I've got January, February, March, April, clear up to June. Okay. So I did that first to find out what all I had. Then I went through the pictures that I had printed. Okay. And my book. I have my book here too. So I between my book and the pictures I had done or printed and I keep them all in a file folder thing here. And so then I went through and I looked to see if number one, I have a column that says pictures printed. So if I had pictures printed, I have, I put an X in the spot. And then this says completed. If I have those pages completed, I'd put an X over here. So as you can see, I don't have any pictures for these things. So I probably would have missed out on them, when I was, or would have struggled looking for them or whatever when I was working on the album the next time. But I come down here, visit to Grandma and Grandpa's. Okay, I have the pictures, but I don't have it done. Then I go to June 2024. I had the pictures and I've already got the pages completed. So I know that they are here, all ready to go. Actually, I probably can pretty much just turn right to them right there. Okay, so I've got his baseball pictures or pages done. Quite a few of them too, don't I? So I've got that done. Then I come down here to riding the hog. Well, in case you don't know, the hog is what we call his papa's scooter. So we have pictures of that. Okay, and they're all done and they're in here. So I try to keep these pages in here. Don't have them in there yet because obviously I have to add some. But I can add some blank pages in there if I want to, just to hold the spot and then put these in so they're, pretty much done and in their pockets and everything. I haven't done that yet. But so then I just kept going, camping with Nana at Hickory Grove. I've got the pictures printed, but I don't have the pages completed. And I just kept going. Old Settlers was an event that we have up here in our town. I have some pictures printed, so I just put like half of an X. So I have some pictures printed, but there's probably more to do. Okay. And same thing, back to school and shopping. I have the pictures, but I don't have them in the book. And I just kept going and going. Here's Hickory Grove or Center Grove Orchard. I've got pictures printed and I got all those pages done. So, but then from then on, I don't have much of anything done. So that looks, like what I need to do. And then I come over to 2025 and I've got some of the pictures printed here, but not all of them. I've got Valentine's pictures printed. I come down here to 2025, April 25th track. I've got all the pictures printed and I've got them completed. And then the spring concert, same thing. So, I've got some things really recent that I have done and some things way back when that I don't have done. When I get ready to scrapbook in his book, I'm going to keep this in the front of the book. Well, I can pull it out and say, oh, I need to do this, 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 this. I personally have an Epson PictureMate 400 here. And I also have a Canon selfie, which I'm not using right now. I'm using the PictureMate. But so I can print my pictures right here as I need them. And the more that I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking that that might even be a good idea because like a couple weeks ago, they had 101 free prints from Shutterfly and I hurriedly went and ordered a whole bunch of prints. And then when I got them, I found out that it, probably a quarter to a third of them I already had here printed. So I'm not keeping, maybe this would help. I could mark them when I order them from Shutterfly too, and that would help me know that I have them. So it would also be good for printing your pictures, know where you're at, what you've got, what you don't have. And I'm going to do one of these for each one of the kids' albums and keep it in the front of the album so I know exactly where I'm at. If a new paper pack comes out for Christmas next week, not that it will, but I wish it would, but I can go straight here to the Christmas pictures and I can do those and then I can stick them in order because I know they're going to come after his 14th birthday or whatever, in the album. So I don't know about you, but I think this is going to be a lifesaver for me. I'll know what I have done. I'll know what pictures I have printed. I'll know where I'm at. I know what I need to do yet. And each month or each few weeks, or if something exciting happens, I'll go in and I'll fill in June. So I know what I had happen in June. And then I'll just make another copy of this and I'll just keep going. But I really am excited about this. I think it's going to be a great helper, and I think it can help a lot of people. And you can tweak it. I mean, you don't have to use it exactly like I did. This worked out for me the best. You know, the month, the day that it happened. So I've got a date that I can put on my album. Uh, I've found by doing some of these later ones that I'll show you here. I actually um, was much better at journaling because I knew exactly what happened. I journaled quite a thing. I actually typed it out on my computer and put it in here. And I had, he ran the 800 in so much time, and he got sixth place, and he did 14 feet something, so I had it all fresh in my mind, and I could put it in here with more journaling. There was something else I did recently that maybe it was in one of the other kids' books, but that I did a journaling box like that and typed it out because I remembered, since it was recent, I remembered enough of it, or I had it jotted down, or it was still in my memory, so that I could put down more information in regards to what happened. And I know a week or so ago, my son, actually, I'll flip it back over here to me. My son actually came to me and said, "Hey, do you know how fast I ran the so and so in track when I was in high school?" I didn't even remember he was in track. So I went back to his book and I found like two pictures. I don't think he was in track for very long, but found a couple pictures of him. So I knew he was in track, but I had no record of how fast he ran it or anything like that. So I thought, those things are kind of important. And so kind of am starting to try to do that a little bit more with my grandkids, the games and the sporting events and things that they're in, that I'll write it down or I'll jot it in my notes on my phone so that I've got that information so that when I do scrapbook it, I can put some more details in that might be something that they'll want to look up, when they become an adult. So, but anyway, the tracker is what I'm talking about today. And, this is Try It Thursday. So I want you to try it, okay? I have copies here. I can send you if you want to throw me your email or let me know. I can email you one copy. They're just off of Canva. It's just a form off of Canva that I just edited to make it work for me. And I added a couple columns to what they had in there. I think they just had date and subject or something. And I just added a couple more columns, the month and the day, and then the subject, and then the pictures printed and completed. And I figure if they're completed, even if they're not in the album, officially in the album, I have them in the album kind of stuck in there, and I know that they're done so I can look for them. But so I think it's a great idea. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you try it too. I'd love to know if you tried it and if you like it and if it works for you. And I am going to start working on the other kids' trackers. And it did take me maybe a couple hours to do this, but I think it's going to save me so much time looking for pictures, looking for if I've done it or not, where it's at, maybe because I do hang things up on my wall of pages that I've done that the gals might want to look at to see how I've done them and stuff. And sometimes I'll go through and start looking, oh, I don't see it here, and make the page and do double the work. I'll make a 2-page spread out of something I've already got like hanging up over here. Forgot all about that I did it. So hopefully this will keep me a little bit more organized, and I hope it works for you too. So if you have any questions about it, you can contact me in YouTube. The information's down below. You can always email me, and I will be happy to let you know how mine's going and help you get started too. So, okay. So anyway, stay sassy. See you later. Bye-bye.